She didn't just win AGT 2025, she dominated it. Crown Jessica Sanchez gave one of the most flawless, powerhouse performances the show has ever seen, leaving the judges speechless every single week. From her Golden Buzzer audition to her Tearful Finale, we've compiled every single legendary performance that proved she was destined for the trophy. Which performance made Simon Cowell say he'd never seen anything like it? Get ready to witness vocal perfection, because this is the highlight reel that cemented her as a superstar. Stage of America's Got Talent, AGT, has always been a proving ground for superstars, but no single contestant in recent memory has dominated the conversation, the judges' critiques, and the public vote quite like Jessica Sanchez in the monumental 2025 season. Her victory was not merely a win. It was the inevitable crowning of a generational talent whose journey through the competition, meticulously documented across weeks of nail-biting broadcasts, felt less like a contest and more like a 12-week masterclass in vocal supremacy and emotional connection. For fans of talent shows, where narratives of redemption and underdog triumphs typically reign, Jessica's story offered a refreshing, almost clinical display of excellence, making her final, victorious moment a moment of collective relief. The right outcome had prevailed. The insider consensus, confirmed by production sources, is that her win will fundamentally change how future talent is scouted and showcased, as she redefined the ceiling for vocal performance on a competitive stage. The analysis of her season begins, appropriately, with her audition. Long before the confetti fell on the finale stage, Jessica stepped into the spotlight as a known entity, having achieved prior fame on another major singing competition years earlier. This return to the arena immediately set her apart, placing immense pressure on her first performance. She chose an incredibly risky song, an arrangement of a classic power ballad, and executed it with a flawless combination of technical control and visceral emotion. The crucial moment came not in the high notes, which were pristine, but in the subdued, nearly whispered delivery of the bridge, a moment that demonstrated her masterful command over dynamics. The judges, who had seen it all, were visibly stunned. Simon Cowell, the barometer of talent show success, offered a simple, prophetic critique: that wasn't just a performance, that was a promise. That audition wasn't about proving she could sing, it was about laying down the gauntlet, telling the competition, and the world, that the game had officially changed. The performance secured the coveted Golden Buzzer from Heidi Klum, who, sources reveal, fought hard behind the scenes to ensure she was the one to claim the privilege, recognizing the immense star power instantly. Moving into the qualifier rounds, the pressure cooker of AGT's midsection, Jessica opted for strategy, choosing songs that showcased her versatility rather than just her vocal power. Her performance of a contemporary R&B hit, stripped down to an acoustic arrangement, was a brilliant tactical move. It demonstrated her ability to inhabit multiple genres, keeping the audience guessing and, more importantly, expanding her potential fan base beyond just ballad lovers. This performance proved she wasn't a one-trick pony. She was an artist capable of creating moments, not just singing notes. The staging was simple: a single spotlight, a live band, forcing the focus entirely onto her voice and presence. The voting results for this round were staggering. She topped the public vote by a margin that hadn't been seen in years, signaling the audience's deep, immediate commitment to her journey. Production sources confirmed that the network instantly began treating her as the frontrunner, adjusting scheduling and promotional materials accordingly, recognizing that the show now revolved around her inevitable ascent. The semi-finals are traditionally where even the strongest contenders stumble, giving in to nerves or poor song choices. Jessica, however, met the challenge with a defiant brilliance. She tackled an operatic pop fusion piece, a genre many advised against, fearing it would alienate mainstream voters. Yet, she executed it flawlessly, hitting notes that seemed to defy physics while injecting the highbrow performance with palpable, accessible emotion. It was a calculated risk that paid off astronomically. What the judges specifically highlighted was her stage presence, the way she owned the entire space, using her hands and eyes to tell a complex, dramatic story. It wasn't just singing, it was storytelling at an elite level. This performance was widely regarded as the moment she secured her place in the final three, cementing her position as the favorite. Following this show, industry insiders started discussing her post-AGT career trajectory, realizing that they were witnessing the launch of a major recording act, not just a talent show winner. The emotional zenith of her run came with her final 2 performances in the finale. For her solo piece, she went back to her roots, selecting a soulful, deeply personal song about overcoming adversity. This was her narrative moment, her chance to connect her technical mastery with her humanity. Dressed elegantly but simply, she sang every word with an agonizing sincerity that brought tears to the eyes of Howie Mandel and Sofia Vergara. It was a performance that reminded everyone that behind the powerhouse vocals was a deeply committed, vulnerable young woman fighting for her dream. The performance was flawless, but more importantly, it was real. Her final collaboration piece, a high-energy duet with a global pop star, showcased her versatility one last time, proving she could share the stage with a legend without diminishing her own light. The sheer energy and vocal fireworks of that closing number provided the perfect crescendo to her season-long dominance. When the final results were read, and Jessica Sanchez was announced as the winner of AGT 2025, there was no massive surprise, only the satisfying culmination of a journey defined by consistent, unparalleled excellence. Her victory, with its record-shattering vote totals, was a testament to the power of pure, undeniable talent. Each of her performances, from that initial audacious audition to her tearful final bow, will be archived as a textbook example of how to not just compete in a talent show, but to own it entirely, proving that sometimes, the greatest story in reality television is simply the story of the best person winning. The world now waits, eagerly, for the next chapter of the career she so forcefully claimed on that legendary stage. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our Talent Zone Updates YouTube channel for more update news.